here, you are pregnant with miracles. You are pregnant with manifestation. You are pregnant with breakthrough. And your pregnancy is long overdue. Yeah. Now, I have not come this morning as a prophet. I have not come as an apostle. I have not come as a pastor. And I have not come as an evangelist. I have come as a midwife. I have come as a chief gynecologist. And the reason why I have come as a midwife is because you are pregnant. And I need to induce you of your pregnancy. I need to induce you of your miracle. I need to induce you of your breakthrough. Beloved, I don't know who I came to talk to, but I came to announce to somebody that your water is about to break. Oh, the men don't understand. When the women are pregnant and they are due, the baby will not come out until the water breaks. And this morning, somebody's water is breaking. Your water is breaking because the miracle is coming. Your water is breaking because your destiny is being birthed. The water is breaking because today your promotion is coming. Your elevation is coming. And there is nothing that will be able to stop it. You are unstoppable. Somebody is here and the person is saying that I have been rejected so much. You cannot be accepted until you have been rejected. If you have not been rejected before, you will not appreciate acceptance. And sometimes God will allow you to go through what you are going through. Not because he has forgotten you. Not because he has rejected you. Not because he doesn't see what you are going through. But you will not know him as a healer if you don't have the problem of sickness. You will not know him as a way if you have not been hindered by the demons of hell. You will not know him as a provider if your financial kingdom had never suffered violence. You will not know him. You will not know him. So God will allow you to go through some of these things. You cannot have a testimony until you have been tested. You cannot triumph until you have been tried. Beloved, you have no idea what God can do in your life. Let me just give you this testimony and then we'll go into something else. I remember when I was in the university, I had a couple of bosom friends that we went to the university together. We were childhood friends. And things were very tough. Things were very, very difficult whilst in the university. And so one of my bosom friends managed to get a US visa, but he didn't have the money to purchase a ticket. And so together with him, we were moving from one house to the other, seeking for loan for ticket. Everywhere we went failed. And it happened that the mother of this bosom friend of mine had a land. So we're able to use the land as a collateral for him to get his ticket. So he got his ticket. By the time he would travel, he never mentioned it to me. I had no idea, I had no clue. By the time I realized he was gone. I keep on asking about him, that what is going on, and nobody was saying anything to me. So one day I met the man, and when I met the man said, oh, the guy's name is Oscar. Oscar says hi. And I said, Oscar says hi from where? Because he didn't tell me. We're going around, we're all over the place. Sometimes I have to escape lectures for us to go look for money for this ticket. He said, oh, he says hi from the US. I said, oh, okay. Extend my regards. When I got to the second year in the university, I wanted to come and visit this place for our long vacation, 3 months. And so I managed to get his address and I wrote him and I told him that, hey, I wanted to come for vacation, but I don't know anybody in the US that when I come, I will reside with. And so I want to reside with you when I come for that period of 3 months. Now, I never got any reply and any response from him. But what I realized was that whilst on campus, my friends will see me and they will start giggling. They will see me and they will start laughing, uncontrollably. I looked at myself, I said, is there something, wrong with me? And I know that there is absolutely nothing wrong with me. And so one of the days, I called one of our friends and I said, why is it that you guys, when you see me, you will start laughing all over the place and giggling all over the place? And then he reached out his hand into his pocket and he brought a paper. And the paper that he brought was a photocopy of the letter that I sent to my friend. They made photocopies, and so all of them have photocopies. And so when they see me, they say, you want to go to America to go live with who? So I became like a laughing stock. That thing really broke my heart. It really hurt me so bad. To cut a long story short, my colleagues thought that it wasn't going to happen. My friend also who was here thought that it wasn't going to happen. To cut a long story short, I was invited to Chicago to preach in a church. Lately, the pastor has written books that have become so popular, bestseller, Apostle John Eckhart. How many of you have seen his book, Prayer to Root Out the Devil, the prayer series? And it's a big church, it's about 15,000 people. And so I was preaching, and that day, believe you me, I was under terrific unction. The anointing was so strong, I was electrified with miraculous energy. I was operating in a level and in an altitude that I've never operated in before. I finished preaching and I started walking in the midst of the people and started, ministering to the people prophetically, and I spotted this guy in the congregation. And when I spotted him, I realized that he was looking at me keenly because he couldn't figure out whether it's the same Raphael Grant that is his childhood friend or it was somebody else. But when I saw him, I recognized him, and the reason was because there was nothing about him that has changed. Absolutely nothing that has changed. But I didn't say anything. I continued with my ministration and everything. I finished the ministration, and because this is a mega church, they have bodyguards and other things. And so they escorted me to the pastor's office. So I was at the pastor's office all by myself, and they gave me some orange juice. I've crossed my leg just enjoying my orange juice. And the protocol officer knocked at the door and gave me a note. And so I read the note. Somebody say, I'm still under the covering. I feel this anointing here. And so I read the note, and the note reads like this. Sir, I am sorry to bother you. My name is Oscar Ankara. I want to find out whether you are Raphael Grant from so and so nation, and you are Raphael Grant of so and so parents. So I read it and I laughed. And I told the protocol officer, he said, if you don't mind, at the end of the note, he said, if you don't mind, can I see you just for a minute? So when I read it, I just laughed. And I told the protocol officer that, go and call the guy who gave you this note. So the protocol officer brought him, but he didn't come in. Can I preach it like I feel it? Yes. Can I work this thing? Yes. And so he brought him, but didn't bring him into the office, because according to protocol, the protocol officer is supposed to come in and tell me that the guy is here. Should I let him in or not? And so the guy, who is my childhood friend, was standing behind the door. So the protocol officer came in. I was sitting in the office all by myself. And the protocol officer said, the guy is here. Now, again, I was all by myself enjoying my orange juice. And I told the protocol officer, let him stay behind the door for 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, I will let you bring him in. Can I preach this thing? Yes. When God elevates you, When God blesses you, when God prospers you, when the hand of God comes upon you, when God brings you to the place that He has destined for you to be, your enemies will wait outside the door. After 15 minutes, I told the protocol officer came in, I said, let him come in. And so he came in and trying to bow and all that. And before he could talk, I said, Oscar. And the face changed. I said, yes, it's me. Now, there were so many chairs there. I was sitting down, he was standing. Now, he couldn't sit because I've not asked him to sit. When the Lord remembers you, you will be sitting on your throne and your enemies will be standing. So I was sitting with my legs crossed, with my juice. And the guy was standing. Yes, with no juice. He was standing and looking at my face, speechless, not knowing what to say. Yes. He was standing there. All he was saying was, say. I had said several times. Now let me tell you something. He is my childhood friend. Yes. And so he wasn't supposed to be calling me Sir. He was supposed to call me Raphael or Grant. He wasn't supposed to be calling me Sir. But you know the reason why he was calling me Sir? Because levels has changed. When God blesses you and prosper you, you cannot be at the same level with your enemies. God puts you above your enemies, so that when they see you, they will know that the God in your life and the God you are serving is alive. He takes them nobodies and make them somebody.